This video is brought to you thanks to the generous support of Artenda, a database presenting a clear and high-quality overview of art opportunities and open calls for artists.
Hello dear readers and subscribers. One of the best habits an artist can have, and also one of my main recommendations or strategies for a beginning artist, or actually this is a strategy that you should implement throughout your entire career arguably, is to spend at least one day every single month to browse, search and apply to art opportunities, to see what's out there, because art opportunities, they come and go of course, and we don't want to miss the right opportunity, the one that you were perfect for and that you would have been accepted or perhaps would have won. As a result, today we're going to have a look at 10 art competitions, of which approximately half are the traditional art prize competition, art award, and then the other half are open commissions for public sculptures, for public artworks.
Whereas my recommendation is to free up an entire day to browse and search and apply to art opportunities, it doesn't take a full day to find some good ones, especially with the help of Artenda, which is our #1 recommendation for art opportunities for artists. Yes, it comes at $3.50 per month, but you can try it out for free, and trust me, I have an account as well. It saves you so much time that can go to studio time, which is arguably more valuable. So I'm going to log in and let's have a look. When it comes to opportunities, we're going to have a look first at the art competitions, and here you can actually already filter the open calls based on your artistic discipline or when you were born, where you were based, etc. So let's have a look for some interesting open calls. This looks quite interesting, and here we have the Liverpool Sculpture Prize, and there is no application fee whatsoever. It is for residents in the United Kingdom, which I know is a significant amount of people who are following this channel, with a £2,500 award and also an exhibition. I think this is a nice entry-level art opportunity for artists who are focused on installation and sculpture. And it's also great that it is kind of filtered based geographically, like so for residents of the United Kingdom, and when it comes to the artistic discipline, which makes the pool of applicants a lot smaller. So if this applies to you, then this is arguably the right open call for you, and especially as there is no application fee, what do you have to lose? So if you are a sculptor or installation artist based or resident of the United Kingdom, this would definitely be my recommendation. Now let's move on and have a look at, this also looks like an interesting open call. The Franklin Furnace Archive Jackie Apple Award in Performance and Artist Projects. Very similar here. So it is filtered for performance artists. So this group, the pool of artists, is once more a lot smaller, and it is only for residents of New York or New York City-based artists working in performance art. So this is very niche down, very specific. So if you are a performance artist in New York, this is the open call for you, and we were very easy, we're able to find it very easily here. Once more, there is no application fee, so there is no risk to it. There is a very nice $10,000 reward, accompanied by an exhibition and a publication. In short, if you're trying to find your way on the institutional ladder of the art world, then this, as a performance artist, is of course a great opportunity. Let's have a look at the next page. This also looks like a great opportunity. The Fondation Étrillard et Académie des Beaux-Arts Digital Arts Award. Exactly the same principle here. So this is predominantly for, let's say, European artists who are working in the field of digital arts. No application fee, €20,000 reward. The second edition of the Digital Arts Prize. I think this is also a great opportunity. Now, another great example here of a terrific art award or open call, the Prix Virginia Female Photographer Prize, based in Paris. So this is open to all living women photographers. So once more, it is filtered based on the eligibility conditions. Female artists working in photography, smaller pool, no application fee, a nice reward. So terrific open call, a terrific award, I would say. Now we see another one here, the Waverly Art Prize. I think this will have an application fee, yes, 45 Australian dollars. This is, I would say, also a good opportunity, however, for people who are in Australia, where the opportunities are perhaps a bit thinner compared to Europe and the States. So here it is already filtered based on where you are based, and also painting, drawing, photography, printmaking is also the field. It's two-dimensional art. So I think this is also a great opportunity, some terrific prices as well, from up to 15,000 Australian dollars for the first prize, and also combined with an exhibition. Definitely consider it at least. Maybe we can conclude here with a final traditional art award, which would be nice, and I think this is also one that I recognize. The Elise Beauregard Foundation Awards. There is no application fee once more, so there's nothing to lose besides a bit of your time, and there is a great reward, of course, especially, and this is something I really like to see always, if there is an exhibition connected to the prize. So definitely also a great opportunity to consider. Now let's have a look at the public art projects, which is something that I haven't covered that often here on the channel. But here there will definitely also be some interesting open calls, because in contrast to, for instance, other art awards or other artistic disciplines, if you do public sculptures, then very often it's difficult to realize your projects if you do not have an open call, because of course you need a budget to realize that project. And here we have a very, very nice overview of open calls, where you can operate on that more monumental scale and find funding for those projects, especially if there's then a nice alignment of your practice and what they're looking for. Then you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. This looks like a nice open call. The Milton Keynes Midsummer Festival. Here there are actually no restrictions whatsoever, so it will be a bit more competitive. No application fee, great realization budget of £7,000. They're inviting proposals for a newly commissioned artwork for their Midsummer Festival, so also a festival to add to your resume if it is granted. Interesting open call. I would definitely consider this if you're into public art or public interventions or public sculptures. So for outdoor projects, great open call. Okay, this one also looks quite interesting. Large-scale sculpture for 22nd Street from Camino Seco to Houghton. A nice realization budget. The only eligibility condition is that it should be installation and sculpture, and that you're not a student and a resident in the United States. So I think this is a very interesting open call. Scottsdale Arts Canal Convergence. This is also an interesting one. Here they are looking for a temporary public artwork. There is a nice realization budget, no application fee once more, on view for 10 days and some to remain installed for 1 to 2 months. Here we already see an example. I think this is also great for site-specific art. Let's look for a 10th open call. This also looks like a great opportunity. ZAC Gambetta Public Art Project. Here we read this is part of the 1% artistique, or the 1% for art scheme in France, in which when there are public construction sites, that they're obligated to spend 1% of the total budget towards art. And here we actually have an open call once more. No application fee, and it should be within painting, drawing, installation, sculpture or ceramics. So this is another interesting open call for a permanent artistic public art project. So this is definitely also something to consider. And that concludes our selection. We already have 10 excellent open calls. So if you're interested in finding many, many more, as we were able to do now in just a couple of minutes, I think Artenda makes it very, very easy, and definitely make a good habit of it. Just one time every single month. Look and apply.
Thank you so much for watching today. I'll link to our tenda in the description below and in the pinned comment. And feel free to have a look at last week's video, where we discussed 10 of the most iconic sculptures of the 21st century next. Support us on Patreon and please consider subscribing to stay posted for more contemporary art. Bye.